Welcome, Dr. James Beckett, Sports Card Insights, the Basketball Card Hall of Fame, the first annual, thanks to Ray Fonio and Tony. TJ is online, the two guys spearheading that, and I had a sit down with them over Zoom last week, and I hardly recommend people participating. Obviously, you ought to be a basketball card collector, but they've broken the ballot into modern as well as vintage, so you could do one or the other or both. I'm both, obviously. Thanks sponsors, Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, Heritage Auctions, Huggins & Scott Auctions, Mike Stadium Sports Cards, Burbank Sports Cards, ComC.com, and Beckett Media, Beckett Grading, Beckett Authentication. So thanks, Tony. Thanks, Ray. What a great hobby. We can shoot the breeze about what the greatest basketball cards are. So go and vote. Go to Ray's YouTube channel. You can look up Basketball Card Hall of Fame, Fonio or Tony. I think you'll see links to it there. It's a pictorial ballot, easy to point and click and submit. And here it is.
Ray from Philly here, joined by Tony of TJ is Online. We started the Basketball Card Hall of Fame on September 1st. Voting has already begun. The Sports Card Hall of Fame Network has done baseball for the last 8 years, football card for the last 3 years, and this is the first year for basketball. We're privileged to have Dr. James Beckett with us. There's two ballots, the vintage ballot from 1900 to 1979 and a modern ballot from 1980 to present day. No current players that are currently playing are in. They have to be retired. You pick 5 for the vintage and 5 for the modern. We're going to start off with the first card, which is a 1933 Gaudy Sports Kings Nat Holman rookie card.
My dad had that card. Not in that great a shape. It's a great card, but I did not vote for it.
Gotcha. Next up, the 48 Bowman George Mikan rookie card.
First ballot, unanimous pick. He was better than what even people my age that didn't see him play when I was a kid. He'd already retired, but what he did compared to his peers was absolutely amazing. And they changed the rules to make him less amazing, and he still dominated.
And this wasn't the Los Angeles Lakers, right? This was the Minneapolis.
In fact, you could say the Laker dynasty kind of began. There's no lakes in L.A. There's a few, but
that's true.
But they are the Lakers, and this was the beginning of the dynasty. They were dynastic with George Mikan. I love the way you've split between modern and vintage, because if it was all together, he might not get all the votes. But if you just look at vintage, in fact, this is true vintage. You get into the 70s, yes, it's still vintage, but it's more modern vintage.
What would you compare this basketball iconic card to, say, in baseball? Would this be like in the same realm of, I don't know, a 52 Topps Mantle, 51 Bowman Mantle? What is this kind of comparable to for basketball?
Picked from 48, you've got 48 Leafs, Jackie Robinson notably, and other short prints, but basketball just didn't print that many of them. So much shorter printed than a Mantle, Bowman, or Topps, 51 Bowman or 52 Topps. So,
sure.
And it's getting more and more appreciation every year as people realize this guy was dominant.
Next up, 57 Topps Bill Russell rookie card.
Easy, and that is the card for that set. One of the things I go by is the player and the set, and I like it if they're the dominant best player in that set. And that makes me not want to vote for Cousy, who's next, because even though Cousy was absolutely great, once I've got 57 Topps covered with Bill Russell, but Cousy is a distant second.
Gotcha. So that's a no on the Cousy then, right?
It's a no on the Cousy for this year. The problem you're going to have is there are a lot less vintage basketball cards. You're starting out 5 and 5. That seems reasonable now, but in a couple of years, you may want to do 3 and 7.
That's what we were talking about today, right?
So, you want the quality in both groups to be standing out.
We were talking about that today as the years go on. It's quite possible, Tony said the same thing, that we'll probably have to go to 3.
Now, I did see Cousy play. I saw Bob Pettit play. Now, Bob Pettit, another one, I actually have that on my wall, that card. He's one of the only quadruple prints that I am aware of. And he doesn't even look that athletic, but the guy was really good. Okay.
Is that a no or a yes?
That's a no. I'm only going to get 5, so I already used up.
It's tough, Dr. Beckett. It's tough. 61 Fleer. This is a big set. Big set, Bill Russell.
Well, I can just do this all together. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, very worthy. You don't make it clear, I don't think, but this doesn't include the inaction card because all the four guys that you picked, because it's a separate card, separate image. But I've got Wilt Chamberlain in there, and even though Jerry West was a boyhood hero, Oscar Robertson as well, as not regular size guys. Oh, wait a minute. You got Elgin, yeah. You got 5. Okay. Elgin Baylor will eventually get in. He did not finish as well as he could have. Other than that, he had amazing. He had 25 rebounds routinely.
Yeah. Jerry West is the logo. So is Jerry West in now?
No, can't do it. I can't fit him in there.
And the Big O?
Same thing. Maybe next year. Now, you didn't put what I would have on there, which I'm not the guy, but the Cons Wieners of both those guys.
What year is that?
They're the year before, I think.
Yeah. 60, 61, 62. Yeah. So we talked about those, and they're going to be on next year's ballot.
Pretty
interesting. We did add some unusual cars that test issues, but with the regionals and also it's like the Cons Spec, the Cons Wieners, and also the Ice Bears, they'll be on next year's ballot.
So Wilt is definitely in and gotten a lot of publicity recently with a 10 coming up and selling for $1 million or pretty close to it. I think Oscar, the Big O, and Zeke from Cabin Creek, Jerry West, those guys, the problem they have, they were both great and possibly equally great in a different way. So for me to vote for Jerry without Oscar or vice versa would be very difficult. I'd like to see them go in together. They were both head and shoulders above the other regular sized guys, the guards, although I think Big O could play any position. Any position.
Triple-double.
Yeah, automatic.
Interesting set here, the 67, 68 tops test, Bill Russell.
Yeah, I'm a veteran collector, and I did not vote for, you have 1, 2, 3 of those, 4 of those, and I would love to have any of them in my collection, but they're really too rare, I think. You probably could have one just to show this is truly a grail. They're just a handful of these. I have a type card, and it's not any one of the 4. So I'd make them wait, and eventually I would put one of them in.
Next up, the 69 tops John Havlicek rookie.
Hondo, I saw him play a lot. He was from Bridgeport when I lived in Wheeling, West Virginia. And backward jersey notwithstanding, I can't put him in because I got to put in Kareem Lou-Alcindor. And so that's a distant second at best. Still a great card, but I've got Lou-Alcindor in there. I actually crossed paths with Kareem. I was out at UCLA back in 1970, 69 maybe, something like that.
Wow.
68, walking across campus, and I walked by him. And I promise you, that dude is 7'4". I've been around 7-footers. He is 7'4". And he was just walking by himself, books under his arm, like a real student. And he is a student. He's a lifelong learner. He's an amazing guy. And not in great health. And he shrunk a little bit, but he's shrunk to 7 feet.
That's all.
I promise you, he would not let himself be measured because of the mystique. And I think he was 7'4".
Wow. So that's 4 for your
I'm up to 4 on the vintage, yeah. Then Wilt, same thing. I've already got a Wilt. And Pete, it came in 6th.
Wow, he was close.
He was very close. If it was autographed, and I'm a troublemaker, if it was autographed, it'd go in. But he was an inspiration. He's just a little bit older than me, and he's passed away now and is just an absolute legend. There'd be no Steph Curry without Pete Maravich. So he'd be the first guy I'll vote for next time, but he had to wait. Tiny Archibald, one of my best friends, had to guard him in college, and he was an all-state, second-team, all-conference guard. And he said, that's when I knew I wasn't going to make the NBA, when I tried to guard Tiny Archibald, because we played UTEP. Rick Barry, close call, but no. My 5th is Dr. J.
There you go.
And I think the cultural relevance, now, not to jump ahead, but he's also going to be in there. But another card, but this card of the smaller non-tall boy cards of basketball, I think he's the best of the non-tall boy basketball cards that Topps made in the 70s.
And these other ones are great. They're noteworthy, like Iceman, George Gervin.
Bill Walton was a favorite. Iceman, Dr. J 75. I would maybe even take that off the ballot.
Yeah, it's possible.
But again, if his rookie card gets in, like I said, my feeling is then he's covered.
The 1975 Dr. J made it because it's one of the first action shots. I think that's part of the reason. It was just an iconic image. But yeah, not like the rookie, obviously.
Right, exactly.
Looks like he's doing a reverse layup or something. Yeah. And that became not standard, but the photographs in basketball were not great. And it's because of the control of the arenas and the strobes and all that stuff. Moses Malone possibly will eventually get in. This card has come on in the last few years. And like you say, Tony, an action shot. The only thing, it shows him below the rim. Actually, he was not way above the rim. He had a perimeter of Charles Barkley of getting rebounds and Dennis Rodman. If it was near him, he got it.
Yeah.
So he wasn't going over people as much as he cut a wide swath.
I can vouch for that with the Sixers in 83. He's 6'10" and out-rebounded Kareem.
And he worked it. He was big and he worked it. Dennis Rodman was just, he thought every ball was supposed to be his.
Great rebounders. So that ends the vintage.
Okay.
For the modern. 1980-81 Topps Bergen Magic rookie with Dr. J.
Yeah. Even though I've already got Dr. J in on my ballot, I'm still voting for this card.
Love this card.
Very iconic and legendary, and it's probably not random. I don't think we give the Topps, when they were doing baseball sets and probably other sets too, they would put the stars on the meaningful numbers. Card number 1, card number 10, card number 100, card number whatever, the hundreds, the 50s, all that stuff. Obviously, they couldn't do this with this crazy numbered set because there's 3 numbers on the back and there's 2 versions quasi of every card. But my point is the Topps knew who the stars were.
Right.
And to put these 3 guys together, that was not random. That was intentional, and it's deserving of first ballot in the Hall of Fame.
83-84 star Drexler.
I'm not trying to curry favor with Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan would be pleased I would be picking 3 Michael Jordan cards before I'd pick even 1 Clyde Drexler. And he sneered at Clyde being able to guard him.
He did.
I think Clyde was great on both sides of the ball, but he happened to be the same age as Michael and very athletic. He was fun to watch down in Houston in college. Human highlight film, same thing. He's going to have to wait, but I could see him eventually getting in. It's not that I'm down on Star in one sense, but in another sense, I do not regard them as a major card company. Kind of a boutique company. I don't think they should dominate the Hall of Fame because I've editorialized. I think their license was different than Topps, than Fleer, than some of the others. But this is a great card. And Isaiah, same thing. I'm not a huge fan of Isaiah. But he did amazing stuff as a smaller player. And he just was yappy.
Yeah,
he was
yappy.
I saw him play at Indiana in person. And this is a cool card.
That's a card too. But again, I have at least 1 star card coming.
The Magic.
And it's the most famous star card. And actually, the Magic card, that's a Kurt Rambis card.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is.
Kurt, can you move out of the lens? I just think the star cards they fill the gap and they're really cool in one way, but like I said, they're boutique. This is Michael Jordan's least attractive card, but probably most valuable of like a base card.
Right? Yeah.
So I don't begrudge the guys. What it goes for is not a problem for me because we always list it in the price guides, and it's a great card, worthy of 6 figures. But there's more to the story, which I've editorialized on. I'm eventually going to vote for this card. Is this his rookie? I think it is, because he came in the same draft class as Michael. Yeah, I will eventually vote for this card. And I might eventually vote for Barkley. I have this card, and it's iconic, but the star aficionados that say it can still be iconic if it's not a rookie card, that's probably not true. It's iconic, and it's a rookie card. Now, there may be other rookie cards, but if it's not a rookie card, if it's a third-year card, the demand would drop off appreciably. But this is more the pose that you remember of him, taken off at the foul line.
Was this a yes?
Absolutely. Yeah.